Welcome to Voice of the Bible, a place where the ancient stories of Scripture are brought to life through sound, emotion, and imagination. Here, every episode is a journey, a walk through time, through the hearts of the first families, the rise of nations, the whispers of prophets, and the footsteps of the Messiah. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to take a deep breath, slow down, and let these stories unfold around you like a living tapestry woven by God Himself. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe now so you never miss a moment of this Bible journey. Now, let your heart be still, let your mind be open, and let the story continue.
The sun rose gently over a world that was still learning how to exist. Eden's gates were behind them now, sealed, guarded, distant. Adam and Eve were no longer surrounded by songs of angels, no longer walking in the cool of the evening with God. But life continued, and in their arms, new life arrived. First came Cain, small, warm, his first breath marking the dawn of humanity's next chapter. Eve looked at him with a mixture of wonder and sorrow, as though this child carried both the weight of their failure and the hope of their future. Later came Abel, quiet, gentle, soft-eyed. Where Cain's tiny fists clenched with fierce determination, Abel's hands relaxed, as if already listening to the world. Two brothers, two beginnings, born into a world that had never seen children before. The first family, the first sons, the first story of human love and human loss.
Time moved quietly. The boys grew. Cain walked like fire, full of energy, full of ambition. He worked the soil with intensity, breaking the earth open with his hands and sweat. He knew the weight of the curse. The ground will resist you. But he pushed back harder. He wrestled with the soil, and the soil wrestled back. Abel was different. His world was the open fields, the soft steps of sheep, the quiet music of wind brushing against grass. He didn't fight nature, he listened to it. He didn't push, he guided. If Cain was the storm, Abel was the morning breeze. Two brothers, two temperaments, two ways of seeing the world. But their differences didn't matter, not yet.
As the years passed, the time came for the brothers to bring a gift to God. Not because they were forced, but because something in them wanted to reach toward the Creator who once walked with their parents. Cain gathered fruits of the ground, the result of his hard labor, bright, colorful, carefully arranged. He placed them on the altar he had built with strong, rigid hands. Abel walked with a quiet heart. He chose from his flock the best, the firstborn lamb, pure, gentle, without blemish. He placed it on the altar, not with pride, but with a sense of closeness, as if he understood something sacred. The smoke rose. Two offerings, two hearts, two moments reaching toward heaven. And then something changed in the air. God looked upon Abel's offering and accepted it. The fire on Abel's altar burned bright, warm, straight upward. but Cain's offering. The flame flickered, struggled, dimmed. God did not regard it with the same smile, not because he hated Cain, but because he saw something inside him, a shadow growing, a pride hiding behind the fruits. Cain felt it immediately. His chest tightened, his jaw clenched. The air around him darkened. Jealousy entered the world for the first time.
Cain walked away from the altar, heart burning like coals. He didn't notice the sky changing, or the wind slowing, or the way silence gathered around him like a cloak. In that silence, he felt a presence, gentle yet firm, a voice, familiar, not condemning. Why are you angry? Not a question of ignorance, a question meant for reflection. If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? Then the voice grew quieter, but deeper, carrying a warning that echoed through time. Sin is crouching at your door. Its desire is to consume you, but you must rule over it. Cain heard the words, but his heart was already drifting. The warning hung in the air, a lifeline he refused to hold. The shadow inside him grew darker.
The next morning was quiet, too quiet. Cain spoke to Abel, his voice unusually calm. "Come with me. Let's go to the field." Abel followed. Why wouldn't he? Cain was his older brother, the one he admired, the one he trusted. The field stretched wide under the bright sky, the grass swaying gently, the sheep grazing in peaceful silence. If someone were watching from afar, they would have seen two brothers walking side by side, no hint of what was about to happen. Cain stopped. Abel turned toward him, a question in his eyes. And then the world changed. Cain's hand rose, his breath quickened. His eyes, once human, were now filled with something wild, something dark, something that had never existed before this moment. He struck. Abel fell, not with anger, not with hatred, but with confusion and sadness. The ground trembled softly as the first innocent body touched its surface. Blood seeped into the earth, not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly, terribly, final. The earth drank something it was never meant to drink, and history felt its first wound.
Cain stood over his brother, breathing hard, shaking, unable to understand how anger could turn into something so irreversible. The world felt wrong, heavy, silent. Then the silence broke, not with thunder, not with judgment, but with sorrow. A voice spoke. "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain swallowed. His voice cracked into defensiveness. "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" But the ground beneath him said otherwise. "The voice of your brother's blood cries to me from the earth." For the first time, creation itself became a witness. The soil cried. The earth mourned. The world would never be the same. God spoke, not with rage, but with the solemn weight of justice. The ground you worked will no longer yield its strength to you. Cain's strength became a curse against himself. He would wander. He would roam. He would search for a home that no longer existed. Cain trembled. My punishment is too great. Anyone who finds me will kill me. Then something unexpected happened. Something no one imagines in this story. God protected him. Not so. No one will harm you. A mark, not a scar, not a brand, but a sign of divine protection was placed upon Cain. Justice balanced with mercy, punishment held by grace. Cain left the presence of God, walking into a land called Nod, a land of wandering, a land where every step reminded him of the brother he lost. Behind him, the earth remained stained. Ahead of him, the world remained empty. But life, somehow, continued. The story of Cain and Abel is not just a story of the first murder. It is the story of the first broken heart, the first jealousy, the first rage, the first innocent death, the first cry of the earth, the first balancing of justice and mercy. It is the story of what happens when the shadow inside is ignored, and the story of a God who still reaches into darkness with both truth and compassion. The earth has long forgotten the footsteps of these two brothers, but the echo of their story has never faded. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Voice of the Bible. If you enjoyed this cinematic journey, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in episode 7.